Hi, my name is Larry Wheeler, and this is my presentation on software problems that are attributable to cyberwarfare for AIT 613. Cyberwarfare is a growing issue in the technology space today. In 2021, we have so many digital mediums and different platforms that businesses use to host and store their data. It gives attackers a bunch of different avenues to launch attacks. And one of the main attack vectors that they use is within insecure or unsecure software. So with that, attackers are able to launch various different types of attacks. Cyber warfare is a computer or network-based conflict that is launched by a nation state and usually has political means behind it. So it is very important that we put the proper attention towards software security and try to strengthen that to limit the damage that cyber warfare can do. So with cyber warfare, there are several different types of attacks that are used against systems. The first one is malware, like worms, viruses, etc. They're used to try and take control of systems, which can lead to very serious consequences, as a lot of times the systems that are attacked using malware control like critical infrastructure, like water tanks, transportation systems, power grids, military systems, etc. So launching those attacks to take over those systems can have very serious consequences. Another attack that is used often is a denial of service attack, which essentially renders a system unresponsive and users are not able to log onto the system. When that does happen, just like with malware attacks, it leaves the critical systems that are controlled by those computers. It leaves those systems in a vulnerable state, which could lead to actual physical harm for people if the system that is overtaken controls like a transportation system or something like that. Um, Another major attack that is often used is a ransomware attack, and with ransomware, an attacker essentially takes control of a file inside the machine and holds it for ransom, whereas the user cannot either gain control of that file or of their entire machine unless they pay a ransomware fee to the attacker for them to give the access back to the user. As technology grows more complex as time moves on, so do the complexity of the attacks that are launched against systems. Cyber warfare attacks are becoming a lot more commonplace as technology grows. There have been quite a few notable cyber warfare incidents over the years. One in particular happened way back in 1999 where a 15-year-old was able to hack NASA and the United States Department of Defense. Essentially, he was able to infiltrate one of the Department of Defense machines, and once he did that, he was able to install a backdoor on their servers. Once he accomplished that, he was able to intercept thousands of internal emails and also gain access to a bunch of usernames and passwords for the machines that were on the servers. After doing that, it cost NASA $41,000 to fix, as they lost system availability for 3 days. The next attack was in 2020. It was a popular attack. Um, Essentially, a group of Russian hackers, or said to be Russian hackers, hacked SolarWinds, and in doing that, they gained access to computer systems that belong to the United States government. Um, with this attack, they gained access to a monitoring platform under SolarWinds called Orion. And with that, the attack was able to produce and distribute Trojans to the users of the Orion software. So just with that one attack, they were able to attack a bunch of users, basically worldwide. So those are two instances where unsecure software led to data loss and security breaches pretty much worldwide. The SolarWinds one in particular affected users from the United States to China to Africa to Australia. It was a pretty big deal. So it's very important that we deploy secure software solutions. Deploying unsecured software to a system can have disastrous results, as attackers are adept at exploiting software that is not up to par in terms of defense. Outdated software is a common problem. With software updates, usually there are patches put into place to shore up any vulnerabilities that are found in an early release. So the update with the patches is released to shore up these vulnerabilities. So if your software is not up to date, it'll leave your system exposed to vulnerabilities that may or may not have been discovered by attackers, and they will try to exploit those same vulnerabilities within your system. With that being said, having insecure software makes your system more vulnerable to attacks like ransomware attack, malware, data breaches. So it is vital that system software is kept up to date and not be deployed with vulnerabilities that can be exploited by malicious actors. Strengthening software solutions should be the top priority for anyone who has software solutions deployed within their applications. There's too much at risk to lose as far as data, customer support, things like that, to not make sure that your software is secure. One way to ensure that your software practices are secure is by using a secure development lifecycle. With the secure development lifecycle, it's essentially a set of development practices that ensures that your system security or your software security is being strengthened. There are tiered stages, and at each stage of the software development and maintenance, security is the top priority in each of them. There are a lot of benefits that are associated with using the secure development lifecycle. Some of the benefits are you get stronger software security, you get lower costs due to not having to fix a lot of issues with it because of vulnerabilities within your code, and you get compliance with security standards. In closing, developing strong and secure software solutions should be a priority for everyone. The risks that are involved with having unsecured solutions that could be easily compromised are too large and too important to ignore. Strengthening security should be done through a process that everyone follows, so that the same secure practices are being followed throughout the system. For cyberwarfare, the attacks are growing stronger and more common as technology grows. To mitigate the chance of being on the wrong end of a cyberwarfare attack, the security solutions should be developed with security in mind. That being said, thank you for listening and have a good one.